I don't know what the hell that was about. I don't understand why I just did that. I apologize. I don't know what that was about. I went to go do something else, and I didn't touch the top of my X button is on the left side, on the left side corner on my screen. Left side of the corner of my screen. I didn't even reach up there, and it cut off. I didn't understand why I just did that dumb shit. That made me mad just now. So I didn't understand that. I'm sorry, y'all. Everybody can come back in now. I apologize. I don't know what that was about. Underrated. I'm here. I sent you the link. I'm here, y'all. Sorry, y'all. This is crazy. Anyway, we're gonna pick up where we left off at. Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. So let's pick up where we at. My man Trax, he was having a great conversation with me, but I saved that other live, so it's all good. It might be on private right now because I didn't get to make it public, but I'm gonna go to all that after. It just messed me up too. Like shit, I can't. I ain't gonna be on here too long though, since I already had started another live. Um, 7:07. I might get up off this shit 7:30 because that kind of just pissed me off. How it just took me off like that. But, it's all good. So anyway, yeah, Buster being the 42-1 underdog was, hey man, they always pay you no mind. You know what I mean? You're the one that everybody's just like, yo, yeah, this is what it is. Cause they going with who's more popular, who has the more knockouts, who has the most stoppages. I mean, it's just like that. In the sport of boxing, it's weird, but what you saw on that day on February 11th, 1990, was probably one of the best upsets in boxing, and it's been a lot of upsets. I'm sure that the Buster Douglas versus Iron Mike Tyson goes down maybe in the top five, if not the top 10, because um, nobody at that time was expecting that. Nobody was expecting that. Nobody was expecting Buster Douglas to go do what he do. And even though it's controversy about the count, um, he still ended up getting the win. Um, and it's just crazy to see Mike down there picking up his mouthpiece and stumbling and trying to make it to the count. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, Angie? Yeah, Angie, I don't know what happened. That was YouTube. That wasn't me. Yeah, underrated made it. Yeah, he made it. Yeah. Brooklyn in the building.
And
But Brooklyn dudes is always late.
but now,
I
like,
mean, Brooklyn dudes is always late because they got to go to Coney Island, they got to go to Marcy, they got to go to Gates Ave, they got to go to Bushwick, they got to go to Red Hook, they got to go to Summit, they got to go to Tompkins, they got to go to all these places before they get to where they going. That's just how Brooklyn dudes are, man. They got to go to East New York to go get them a nice coquito from the bodega. I'm saying when they go to Coney Island, they gotta go get on all the rides. They gotta talk to everybody. That's how Brooklyn is. By the time they get to you ask them why you so late, man. I had a lot of shit to do today. Just know that that's all the shit they was doing. They gotta stop at Woodhall Hospital. You know what I mean? They gotta go to Woodhall Hospital get their tooth checked out and shit. It's a lot of shit, yo. Tell you, Brooklyn is a different borough. You don't know, now you know. Nah, but would you consider that as one of the biggest upsets in boxing underrated?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Do you remember sitting home or wherever you was at watching that fight? When you're watching that fight and you see how it's playing out, um, what is going through your mind as you're watching that?
I was not home. I was somewhere in Brooklyn. I can't remember.
Okay.
But what happened was we watched the fight. People don't understand. Boston was. I mean, Tyson was in transition of trainers too,
Yeah.
and so that he was in some trouble and stuff. And when they fought in Tokyo, and so it was some trouble in Tyson with Tyson training, and so then we find out, Buster Douglas' mom
Yeah.
just passed, and so then we, like you say in the story part one, that she pleaded with him because yeah, I like what he said. She knew of Tyson, like
Yeah,
she
she
was
knew what
afraid
that
for her
was.
son. Like, yo, I
You know
see, I
what?
was
You know
watching the
what
fight,
underrated?
like,
I don't know how she died or if she was sick. And but I'm hoping her knowing that her son was fighting Tyson didn't play a role in taking her out
but there are
because
some people say that.
because Tyson was like that dog in the street that was running around and you ain't know who the owner was.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta understand at that time. I mean, before he changed trainers, let's understand. Tyson was was black. Was He was putting people in bags
Bags.
consistently. It was fights was not even one half a
Nah,
round, not even 30 seconds. So people just figure like, hey, yo, what you doing, homie? Yo, man, yo, meet me downstairs in the train, man. We gonna go wait the spot. Cause this fight ain't gonna last long. Alright.
yeah,
So that's how it was. But but it's something like like you said, when you lose somebody that's close, your mom, you know, and Buster
yeah,
Douglas and his mom was very close. And
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
at that time, she said, please don't fight. So that means the moms was watching Tyson. I, I didn't mean to laugh, but
yeah.
she don't want her son be for Tati.
She
No,
said,
don't
"No,
fight.
baby."
I don't want you to fight. You wait. I mean, like,
Yeah,
but later on, in the heavyweight division, it didn't make no difference because almost 2 years later, Evander took him out, so it didn't make a difference. But that's when but that night it was like he ain't had nothing to lose. I lost my mother, my best friend,
yeah,
and I'm just, as long as I just last wherever it is. And also, people have to understand in sports, sometimes grieving could be your strength.
yes, yes,
I'm telling you from personal experience that I will tell my story in the near future. So watch out for it. It's gonna be
yes,
maybe sometime next year, or maybe get in this year. You never know. So you have to. I would tell my story. Grief could be in the strength, and this is what I'm saying. When he lost his mother, He hearing him that he underdog. Ty's gonna wipe
Yeah.
him out and all that.
Yeah.
And he said in his, I already lost my mama. What else? Or I don't care. He was going in there. I don't care. I mean, he cared for himself. I lost my mother. Okay, I lost a piece of me. I don't care no more.
Yeah.
And he used his grief. If you notice, when Tyson hit him, knock him down, you see Buster got mad and he hit his glove on the floor like
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
Nah. And so you see the grief process.
Mm-hmm.
You seen it in your own eyes, like, nah. And his mother probably said, yeah. The spirit, like, baby, get up. I'm with you. And that's
Yeah.
what he hit. Don't worry about it. I'm with you. That's that grieving process. Like, yeah, you took a hit. Just stay in there. So
Yeah.
understand that night, Buster was carrying the grief, and plus he carried a piece of his mom's.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
notice that when he sat in the corner, he was crying.
Yes. Yes. First of all, so two things happen. I lose my best friend and I beat the
Yep.
baddest man in the world.
Yeah. Convincingly too.
Convincingly. Polo, what's up?
Convincingly. Set him up
Uh,
nice.
so I ain't cheat to get the win. I didn't do any foul
No,
thing.
no.
All I did was just be me. And it was beautiful.
It was real
See,
beautiful, and he
when you
took
got
it.
the whole world when you got the whole world against you, you feel like I don't stand a chance. And he's the most baddest person in boxing. How am I getting past this?
But see, but it goes to show, bro. You always talk about this, and I'm gonna echo what you said. You never know what's gonna happen, but you never know.
Now you never know. I
You
tell people
never know.
you can't predict stuff all the time because you just don't know.
Can't
I
you
mean, you
can't
could try to predict it, but because you're predicting it, does that mean it's gonna go the way you say it's gonna go?
right? And so that night,
Hey, what up?
it was. I ain't gonna say that was it the same magnitude with Muhammad Ali in '64. Late
Yeah.
great Muhammad Ali beat the late Sonny Liston. I'm not gonna say it was like that because those were different times. Though that
Hmm.
time you had to understand that deals with black nationalists, that deals with your Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, and I might do something like that on my channel. Already boxing talk, and I want you to be part of that. I mean, talk about
Yeah,
so
no
we're not
doubt.
gonna talk about of that, but what I'm saying, what Brother McClain was talking about, y'all had to understand at that time again when you lost your best friend, when that
Yeah.
person was right there, when people were saying, Buster, you can't do this, you can't even you was he getting there, why are you getting the title shot? And when you lost someone a piece, it may help you zoom in of your inner self that you never thought that you had. That's why I gotta emphasize again, grieving what Buster Douglas had done. He took that grieving and make it at his strength. I took it. Now, like you said, they said it's a long account. Who knows? But
Yeah.
we know this: that Buster got up. If you see how
Uh-huh.
Tyson looked,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
game changer right there. I took your hit. I got up. I'm standing up to you. and the mother spirit been kick in, but that's when he wiped and said, "Yeah, now it's my turn." So instead of he did it for himself,
Yeah, yeah, it
right?
was a long count. That's what we talking about. It was a long count, but I felt like, my thing is this: when these referees count, right? One thing that all these referees supposed to have in common is when they counting that they counting on time.
Uh,
You got referees who, when they supposed to be looking at you and counting, they too busy turning back, looking at the opponent, telling him to move back. They talking, and then by the time they should have been on 10 already, or whatever number, they coming back counting to like fucking 20. I'm like, dog,
right.
like, wait a
Now that
minute.
that 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 that, that did happen. We gotta say that. All right, that was a long count. You asked me to count the goddamn 30.
Hey, check it though. Wouldn't be the first time we seen it, because
It ain't gonna
decades
be the
later,
last.
decades later, we ended up seeing it in the Wilder and Animal Eater fight, the
Yep,
first one.
exactly. We sure did.
I said that dude got up like the Undertaker at WrestleMania because you gave him that opportunity. That fight
Right,
was over, done, won.
right. Now we could say about that fight that was like some fishy there,
Yeah,
but it was.
yeah, that's a fact.
There was
Definitely
some
was.
fishy there.
Ain't no doubt about that. It was.
It was some
Ain't no
fishy
ifs, ands, or
there.
buts.
Exactly.
It was definitely fishy. It was definitely a seafood place. It definitely was. It's fuck. It definitely was. But when you upsets, rather if it's in football, baseball, basketball, I don't care. And there's a million upsets, but for some reason underrated. You can have the top 100 upsets in the world, and that Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas is always going to sit at the top.
Yeah,
Why do you think that particular one sits at the top versus
I
all the rest of them?
I think what it is of Tyson was getting into trouble, the change of corners, also the Buster Douglas mother had passed,
Yeah,
and understand this that then Tyson was saying some derogatory things about Buster Douglas. He
yeah.
took it,
I forgot
and
about. I forgot about that.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
and
totally forgot about that. He damn sure did.
so his mother grieving. He said, "Okay," and so and then we got to say the long count too. It was a long count, but people consider it was a long count. But at the same time, it gave Buster Douglas, okay, like I said, he hit like I said, part one. He hit. You notice he hit the floor a few times. Got up. I'm all right,
Hmm.
and that's when, yeah. Now it's my turn. So you think about it, Buster Douglas did not win the heavyweight championship for himself. He won the heavyweight championship for his mother.
Yeah, yeah,
It wasn't for his, it was for his mother. Because if you
yeah,
notice that when he threw his hands, he was crying for his mother. His mother's spirit was in him at that time. The grief was his
yeah,
strength that night. Because he felt now or never. Because
yeah,
he actually told Tyson, you have to kill whatever you did. My mother is gone.
yeah,
What else you could do to me?
Yeah, yeah,
So his mother, the no, 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 I don't want you to be here. I'm gonna be right there. And so I don't want to go board or die. I don't want to skip anything because I want to stick. But I just want people to understand that everybody deal with grief differently. If you notice
yes,
that, then I'm just gonna throw that in and I'm gonna come back. When he fought Evander, he didn't care.
yeah.
He didn't care. He didn't have the determination that he had determination for Evander.
He's definitely went through his phases.
Yes, he went his phases. Yes, throughout the years.
Yeah. But the parade didn't go on forever for Buster neither because in the very next fight he ends up getting the real deal Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, Clark. Yeah,
And
he
yeah, that he found out that why Evander was called the real deal.
right, right.
And that ended quick.
Very quick.
What was it, 2 rounds?
They so
I think it was 2 rounds. Evander Holyfield versus Buster Douglas didn't go long. So, in which I'm gonna get to I talked about Evander before, but man, let me tell you, we're gonna have something on here where we're gonna talk about '90s heavyweights. We're gonna talk about '90s heavyweights because they was something different. But Mike didn't have anybody at the time to tell him, Mike, you know what? You don't need to be in the casino all night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You got a fight ahead of you. You know why Mike didn't care about all that? Because he looked at it as already, hey, this busted guy's he's a bum.
it's a wash. It's easy, man. Yo, don't
No,
worry about it,
I'm just,
man.
I just don't need to get no sleep. I don't need anybody telling me about no sleep. I mean, I'm gonna sleep him. He's the one that's gonna need sleep. I'm not worrying about that. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have sex with pretty women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about him. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna sleep him.
And don't
You know,
worry, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
have an
sleep
after
him.
party. We're gonna have after party. We all
We're
gonna
gonna have
have fun.
pretty women. You know.
Right,
We're not
right.
gonna, we're not, yeah, we're not gonna have any. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna have any Mitch Greens in there. We're gonna be good though. We're not gonna have no. Just come on through. I'm gonna knock him out and just come and celebrate with me. Little did Mike know he got a dose of his own medicine.
Hmm.
It taught you that you had to be careful who you call a bum to too.
Yeah,
You had to be careful.
and
We
also
don't
you
know
always
how.
gotta.
We
Yeah, and
don't
also
know
you
how
got.
long he was. We don't
Yeah.
know. See, Mike didn't take it serious and probably was not training. By the time he started training for it, it was already too late. But this guy Buster already had been training and putting in work. Okay, nobody wants to believe me, huh? Okay, I'll show you. And my mama passed was more of a motivation because she didn't want me to take the fight, but I took it anyway. So shout outs to him for it because that couldn't have been easy to function. You losing
Then
your
you
mom
did,
is easy.
right, and
You
then you
do
have to travel to
not another state, but a country.
another country that you're
Tokyo,
leaving your mother behind
Tokyo, Japan.
in another
Sheesh.
right, another country family. So think about it. Here, this man, his mother just passed, grieving. He cannot grieve where he wants to. He in a total different country. All this stuff is going against him.
Crush, I see you. Yeah, it's a lot, bro. But when
Yeah.
I go back to thinking about the count, when I think about watching Mike down there trying to pick up his mouthpiece and
That was
Um,
that was a
try,
sad sight, man.
that was a very sad sight. I'm
That
watching,
was sad.
like, I'm not watching because, like, I could watch it now in the last couple years, but it's not like I watched it when it actually happened. But as I got older, every time I go back to that replay, I felt bad for Mike.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
and it's sad because that was during the time him and Kevin Rooney was in certain disagreement, and it was like I really I ain't gonna say I say honorary Boston
I
Joe,
don't
but
know
I
who. I don't
say
know
this. I
Owen. I
said
don't know who you talking
ever
about.
since Kevin Rooney and the rest of them was not the Tyson, and the people could say all they want to, but they want Tyson to be disciplined. They don't know you
Yeah,
can't,
yeah,
and that's what it was. And Tyson was like, no, I'm the
yeah.
baddest man on the planet. I should do whatever I want. And what happened was, and it was bad time on
Owen.
Tyson.
I don't know what fight you talking about, Owen, but we talking about Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson Doback. I don't know what you talking about some eye poke. I don't know nothing about that. But we
Uh-uh.
talking about throwback boxing on here. So if you ain't talking about Buster and Mike, I don't really care about nobody getting their eye poked.
All right.
I don't know nothing about that. But we do throwback Thursday, so we stick to throwbacks. I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, it's shit. I'm probably gonna sit up today and watch that fight because it was dope. Just Spark, I see you.
Peace to everybody. Sorry, peace to everybody.
Peace, 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 peace to all my
Yeah.
kings and queens.
But
Yeah, but
but it was
other than that, man, one of the biggest upsets.
yeah, and it was
I
not
wish
long
Mike.
ago either.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Mike could have got on. They got a second fight, but they wasn't giving them no second fight.
Oh no.
It would have been, in their opinion, right? Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe somebody can correct me in the comments, right? Maybe to them it was easier to move on to go fight Evander, not thinking that was going to be a walk in the park. But hey, we'll take on this Evander guy. See what happened with
That I
that.
knew he was gonna lose. And then at the same time, understand this family. Brother, I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. After that, Buster Douglas did what he had to do. He didn't really train. He got bigger.
Yeah,
He was into a lot of things that he was supposed to. And
yeah,
Vanda at that time, he was really moving up of the heavyweight division because you gotta think about it. He was an undisputed cruiserweight. But Vanda was knocking heavyweights out.
yeah. Going into the Holyfield fight, he was overweight. I ain't gonna lie. After a while, he started stepping on the scale. He started looking crazy, but he was overweight because that Mike Tyson money looked real good. Yay, look, that Tyson money was different.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? There's certain fighters that can change your life.
Yeah.
See, people don't understand about the sport of boxing, right? When you ask for certain fights, a lot of times it's not always because you think you can whoop a fighter's ass. That money different.
Sometimes it can be a generation wealth.
You understand what I'm saying? It ain't always because you think you can whoop a man's ass. These fighters know what they doing.
Uh,
When you hear people call out Tank, you know what they doing. They want that money. When people called out Floyd, they wanted that money.
yeah.
Call out Canelo, I need that money.
Yeah.
Call out Carissa Shields, I need that money. Sugar Ray Leonard, I need that money. De La Hoya, I need that money. Roy Jones, all these people. It's only a certain amount of people that you can call out that if I fight them, I'm gonna get that bag.
Yeah.
Huh? Marcus Modano fighting Floyd twice changed his life.
Yeah.
Huh? He went from looking like that little guy that says the plane, to looking like Big Pun's little brother. He was getting money, man. Madonna was getting money. Getting money, man. Buster Douglas, major boxing upset of Mike Tyson. Buster Douglas was paid 1.3 million for the fight against Mike Tyson. Shit, I never knew he made 1.3 million. Started looking like the Stay Pot Marshmallow Man. That explains it.
Yeah.
Underrated. 1.3 million wasn't bad then. It's not bad today, but it damn sure wasn't bad then. 1990, you got 1.3 million. I mean, if you got 1.3 million in 2025, you good. Because everybody can't just walk up on 1.3 million. But you had 1.3 million back in the 90s. Yeah, man, we done. Yeah, get all that. I'd have had to have. Uh-uh. $100,000 in 1990 worth. Yeah, that's a lot, Jeff. That is a busload. But it was I just wish Mike could have got him again, but I don't think they wanted that fight. And they probably wasn't looking to pay Buster twice. Maybe. I don't know. Now some people say, why would you want to see it again knowing that Mike will get him? Well, if we knew what was gonna happen in every rematch that happens, rematches wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Even if somebody gets knocked out in the first one, you just never know.
Right. You never know. Right.
Everybody needs a great dance partner. Um, when it comes to boxing, we all need that. That's what makes a good bout. You know what I mean? But for this one though, underrated, it's a shocker for me. If had I been around at that time, because I'd have been like, "What just happened?" No,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't beat Mike. He didn't beat Mike. What the fuck just happened? What were we just watching? But it is what it is, man. You just have to expect the unexpected in boxing. It's just that simple. You're always gonna get hit with surprises, but it teaches you to wise up. At least I would like to think it does. You know what I mean? Um, but Mike still ended up going on to be that bad boy. Um, he did what he did.
Yeah.
You know, it
Mm-hmm.
is what it is, though. But it was. I always go back to that count, though. I'd be like, yo, that fucking count was slow, but they took it away from him, man. They took that away from him. I could take, in my opinion, I could take when somebody loses fair and square. Like before, it's crazy, man. Before Buster could even get back home, the celebration was already going on in the middle of the ring. You see how they all got in there? Because I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee you, there was somebody in his corner that probably didn't even think Buster had a chance of winning.
Yep.
It ain't going. Nobody's gonna tell me that everybody thought that Buster was going to win. Even people in his corner probably thought, man, it ain't no way in hell. You
Yeah.
just got to go out there and survive. Because you're not gonna win against somebody like him, but just go in there and survive. I could be wrong, but just go in there and survive, and then shit, the unthinkable happens. And it don't matter what happened to Buster's career after that or who he lost to, right? He beat Iron Mike Tyson. He gave him his first loss. Amazing. Amazing. So throwback talk. This is the reason why we have these throwback talks. because they're very, very important. This was something I've been wanting to do, but just never had the opportunity of doing it. But it's here now, um, and I'm glad I had the chance to to finally do it. Um, I being that I started the second live, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get off this. It kind of my first live kind of messed me up because it cut off, and I don't know why. But I wasn't planning on being on here too long anyway. Um, I hope we was able to explain everything we needed to explain. But Buster did go off to fight. I don't know when he stopped, but eventually he did. And it's all good. Shout out to him and what he did for the career. I'm not even mad at. It is what it is. You never be mad at him. He went in there and did what he was supposed to do. And got the job done. So it's all good at the end of the day. Yo, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my man Underrated One, the number one grinder, the best kept secret in social media. Go subscribe to him. Go subscribe to Vay. All my people that's out there moving. Who's it? Sucker is put out Busted Brothers knockout boxing game. Yeah, yeah. I used to play with Buster in the game too. It's crazy. But it's all good. But yeah, like I said, I did two lives on here, y'all, because my first live messed up. So yeah, in 1990, I'm gonna get up off here. Um,
Mhm.
couldn't make it too long, We talked about everything we need to talk about, as far as with Mike. If I'm missing anything, just leave something in the comment section. We'll come back here next Thursday for throwback, and we'll try to make a big deal out of it or something. We'll find something that we can talk about. 'Cause I love making a big deal out of throwback boxing. That's what I do. But we'll find some old school to touch on. Maybe I'll speed it up. I might give you Kelly Patrick and I might give you Kelly Patrick and Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, not Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Teller. I'm sorry, Jermaine Teller. I might give you Kelly Patrick and Jermaine Teller. How about that? We'll speed it
Ooh.
up a little bit, huh? How about we speed it up a little bit? Kelly
Mm.
Patrick, Jermaine Teller. I'll give y'all that next Thursday.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I mean, if you know, you know. We seen how that first fight ended. We seen how that first fight ended. Underrated. It didn't end well. So we'll come back with the Jermaine Teller, Kelly Pavick. We'll get that on next week. We'll switch it up. We'll go from the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. We're going to be switching it up. Just pay attention. But just also make sure you go subscribe to my brother, Underrated One, the number one grinder, Underrated Darkness. Go subscribe to Underrated Darkness and everybody out there that's, pushing that great content. Shout outs to the new subscribers, the old subscribers, the soon to be subscribers. If you're thinking about subscribing, thank you. Underrated, my good brother. I appreciate you. I hate to get off this, but
No, that's
that
all
first
right.
live,
Thank you.
that first live messed me up. And I don't even know why I cut off because I didn't touch anything. So that kind of pissed me off, but it didn't stop me from going live again. So that's the reason why I put part two in this video. So if y'all wonder why it's a part two, because there's a part one and it's not supposed to be that. It was all supposed to be in one, but it cut off. But it's all good. We got the job done. You know what I mean? Nothing stops over here. We grind. Underrated. I'll see you and I appreciate you, big brother.
Anytime.
Thank you. And we'll be back tomorrow for the morning chop ups. Y'all know I'm on tomorrow morning. Ain't nothing changed. It is what it is. The grind don't stop. Y'all know what it is? It's the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace, y'all.
Peace.